One of the things that you hear from the time that you start work is make sure that you're maxing out your 401k. If you're an employee at BP, do you know if you're maxing yours out? Have you audited yours recently? One of the things that we're going to do today is kind of go through an example of somebody who's not maxing out their 401k, but what they can do to make sure that they're fixing that before the end of this year. You all recognize this page. We've got net benefits here. We've got an example portfolio. And what we're going to do is click into the ESP in particular, which is also what BP calls their 401k, so that we can do a quick audit of what happened last year, whether or not we made the mark, and what we can do to fix that. So you go under summary once you're in the ESP, then you'll go to the highlighted green box there in statements. You'll go to custom date range, and because we're looking at whether or not somebody did it last year, we're going to go to 1/1/2023 to 12/31/2023. And so let's see what we find. We can see very clearly here that we missed the mark on after tax. We've made no contributions from last year. If we look at company contributions, as you know, BP does a great, generous job of matching 7% of employee contributions. However, this employee did not max out kind of the free money that BP gives because they did not do enough in terms of pre-tax contributions. So we've kind of shown that we've missed the mark on all three counts here. What could have been done instead? If you're 50 plus, as you know, you get a nice catch-up potential contribution. So you could have done $30,000 in pre-tax. And I say pre-tax because if you're highly compensated, we want to make sure that we're getting that nice tax deduction on those contributions. Instead of contributing zero in after tax, you could have done $20,400 to after tax. And if you're fully maxing out your contributions, BP would have contributed $23,100, which, as you can see here, significantly more went into the ESP or 401k with this hypothetical contribution scenario than what actually happened. So this is something just to remind you, make sure they're checking, doing the auditing here. If you are under 50, you don't get that catch-up contribution. You still get those really nice BP contributions. You can still do a lot in after-tax, and you can still do a lot in pre-tax. So one of the things to make sure of, we're about halfway through the year, a little bit more than that, make sure you're on track to max out your ESP or your 401k, because all it will do is help you get to financial independence even more quickly. If you want to learn more, make sure to follow our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and scan our QR code. You can also watch some of our webinars and learn a lot more about BP benefits.